and welcome to another episode of The Tyranny Show, where science meets curls and healthy hair is always goals. On today's episode, I'm going to be discussing 5 common causes of hair breakage that you may not realize. So, one of the major reasons why you're not retaining length, because your hair obviously is growing. Once you're alive, your hair is growing. But one of the reasons why you may not be retaining length is breakage. So breakage is usually the number one cause of not length retention. Not, you know what I mean, of not retaining length. So I'm just going to go over 5 causes that could be the reason behind your hair breakage, and this is why you aren't retaining length. Number 1, if you've watched any of my videos, you probably already know what number 1 is: lack of moisture. If your hair lacks moisture, hydration, water, it is going to be dry, it's going to be brittle, and it's going to break, point blank. That's what's going to happen. So how do you keep your hair hydrated? You keep your hair hydrated by first hydrating yourself. So drinking lots of water, making sure that your system, your body is hydrated. And then you want to hydrate your hair by making sure it is number 1, clean. So shampooing the hair and then using a lightweight leave-in conditioner like our Thirsty Girls leave-in conditioner to hydrate the hair and seal in moisture. You want to look for ingredients like aloe vera, hibiscus, shea butter. These are going to be really good ingredients to make sure that your hair not only gets moisture, but it's hydrated and it's sealed. So lack of moisture is the number 1 cause of hair breakage. Number 2, overuse of heat styling. Now, if you have naturally curly hair and you don't really use heat, then your cause of breakage could not be heat styling, but over manipulation of your curls. So you want to stay away from heat as much as possible if you are experiencing breakage, because heat is essentially, going to damage the hair even more. So if you don't have any issues with breakage, dryness, brittle hair, by all means, use heat. But if you know that your hair is not in a great condition right now and you are suffering from breakage and your hair needs a break, you need to give it a good treatment, do not use heat. The silk press that you were thinking about, don't think about that anymore. Do another style, get a wig, let your hair rest, put your hair in some braids, anything but heat. Because heat makes a bad situation worse when it comes to hair. Yes, your hair will look nice for a portion of time, but that heat is going to dry out your dry, brittle hair even more, equaling breakage and not retaining length. Stay away from heat. Number 3, harsh detangling is a major culprit of breakage when it comes to naturally curly hair. Especially if you have type 4 hair and you're like, this hair is just so tangled, it takes so long to detangle my hair, and you just don't have the patience and you're just tearing through the hair. That is a number 1 sign of breakage. What you want to do, a number 1 cause of breakage, what you want to do is, if you know that your hair tangles very easily, do an overnight deep conditioning treatment. This will help the hair to be softer, to loosen up, and just be a little bit more elastic so that your hair detangles on contact. Our Thirsty Girls leave-in conditioner is a great product for detangling on contact. All you need to do is make sure the hair is clean. So shampoo the hair and then you put the Thirsty Girls leave-in in sections, and it helps you to easily detangle your hair. Another tool that is great is our flexible detangling brush. This brush is just great for detangling even the most matted tangles and knots. So you want to use our detangling brush along with Thirsty Girls leave-in conditioner, so you don't have to rip through your hair and break it out because you feel like the detangling process is taking too long. And number 4, protein and moisture balance. Your hair is breaking because it has too much protein. Too much protein, weakens the hair. Not enough protein, also your hair is gonna be weak. So you want to make sure that you have a good balance between protein and moisture so that your hair is not weak and easily breaking and brittle. What that looks like is just doing a protein deep treatment maybe once a month. We have a great one. It's our honey ginger protein deep treatment. Doing a protein deep treatment once a month, you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to do it more than once a month, especially if you are someone that doesn't have issues with breakage. If you have issues with breakage, opt for a protein deep treatment at least once a month so that your hair can get back to being stronger and healthier. And lastly, number 5, tight tension hairstyles. I mean, this is like a no-brainer. If you have, in braids or a tight weave or something, and it's pulling on the hair, eventually it is going to break the hair off. So ponytails are a great example of tight tension hairstyles. If you're wearing a ponytail and it's too tight, your eyes are like chink, then you know that, hey, this style is too tight. Your head should be relaxed. If you have to take out your hair tie to get relief, that is the number one sign that your hair is too tight. So let me go over it again. So 5 common signs that why your hair is breaking, or 5 common signs of breakage. Number 1, lack of moisture. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Hydration is key. Dry hair will be brittle and it will break. Number 2, overuse of heat styling tools. If your hair is already dry and brittle and breaking, heat will just make a bad situation worse. So stay away from heat styling. Also, over manipulation of the hair will make a bad situation worse. So you want to stay away from over manipulation and heat styling if you're experiencing damage. Number 3, harsh detangling. During the detangling process, especially if you have type 4 hair, you want to take your time. If you don't have the time, do an overnight deep conditioning treatment. This will allow the hair to loosen, become softer, and more manageable overnight, so that when you have to detangle the next day, it's easier for your wide tooth comb or detangling brush to get through those curls faster. And number 4 is protein and moisture balance. Too much protein, your hair is going to be weak. Too little protein, your hair is also going to be weak. The same thing with moisture. So you want to make sure, if you're having issues with breakage, brittle hair, doing a protein deep treatment at least once a month. I recommend our honey ginger protein deep treatment to keep your hair healthy. And lastly, number 5 is wearing tight tension styles. If you take out your hair tie and it's like, oh, I feel a relief, your hair was too tight, okay? If your eyes are like, normally, if you have an instant face look, be face lift, not look, face look. Ooh, anyway, face lift because of your hair. Your hair is absolutely too tight, and that will cause breakage over time. I hope that this was helpful to you. Have a great day.